Well, today's Tuesday, caucuses have met and the gladiatorial contest will continue. It's a little bit unusual at the moment in that there's an elephant in the room which is not reflected in the questions. The National Party have clearly taken a decision that anyone who's a contender for their leadership doesn't get questions, and the Leader of the Opposition, Bill English, appears not to be asking questions as well, which means that there's a change in emphasis, and people who are not on the front bench are getting more of a go than they might have otherwise had. The first question is Paula Bennett to the Prime Minister, the standard old one: does she stand by all of her government's policies? Then there are a couple to the Minister of Finance from Kiritapu Allen and Michael Woodhouse. And then Nikki Kay is going to be asking the Minister of Education about advice he's had about whether or not he should visit partnership schools. So all those areas can be pretty exciting, but it does mean that some of the more senior opposition members aren't involved. After question time, we will go on to legislation. The first is the State Sector and Crown Entities Reform Bill. Something pretty unusual on this one, because Andrew Little started a speech, got about 30 seconds into it on behalf of Chris Hipkins, and Chris Hipkins will take over that speech. So instead of Andrew Little finishing the speech that he started, Chris Hipkins will. It's the interesting bill. Most interesting part of it is that it means that the State Services Commissioner will decide how much Crown entities' chief executives get, rather than just giving advice on it. So quite a lot of power coming away from boards and coming back to the Commissioner. The Families Commissioner Act repeal bill will get its first reading. Name of Carmel Sepuloni. The Families Commission was something which was set up in response to United Future, and it was something which maybe didn't get as much support from around the House, other than for keeping Mr Dunn happy, and that's now going to be repealed. I don't know what various parties, other parties, are going to think about it. And then we get on to the Commerce Criminalisation of Cartels Amendment Bill. Whether or not being part of a cartel is a criminal activity or not, so whether directors and executives in companies could be charged individually and very possibly go to jail if they're involved in cartels, has been pretty hotly debated. It's been in and out of Parliament as part of bills in the past. It's never been enacted, but clearly this government thinks that they should be, and it will be interesting to see the intensity of debate on this one, because it has been around for a while. So a pretty interesting day, and we're not sure whether or not it's going to be more interesting inside or outside. Although looking outside at the moment, our expected really bad weather hasn't occurred in Wellington yet.